Hi everybody, welcome back to Loading Checkpoint. I'm Nick, and today we're going to be taking a look at a game called Banished. I had been planning on doing some other stuff, other content to put up on the channel up until about, I don't know, last night or the day before, and that's when I came across this game called Banished. It's on Steam right now, and it's a medieval city builder. And I guess the premise is that your people belonged to a medieval civilization, but then were banished for whatever reason. But basically you just have to start from scratch with these people in this new land, and you have to build up your own town and try and keep them all alive. It's been a lot of fun going through this game. It's very, very polished for what is essentially an indie game, and I just couldn't help myself. I needed to share it with you guys. So let's just jump into it. Let's see, town name. What would be a good name for our town? How about Bondsbriar? Yeah, I like that name. It's a good name. Randomize this a couple times. Okay, so we'll do some valleys. We'll do a small map, that's fine. Climate is fair. Disasters on. Why not? Starting conditions medium, so we have 5 families, clothing, food, firewood, tools, and construction materials are provided. A storage barn has already been built. Some seeds for fields and orchards are available. Great. Okay. So, yeah, this game is really pretty. It's really, really cool. Although it is kind of, it's pretty hardcore at the beginning. Let's take a look at our map. So we have a nice big area with a lot of rocks and not that many trees, which is kind of unfortunate, but that's fine. We also have a river here, so that's good. Okay, so first things first, you need to set up little, I guess, what do you call these little notification windows and stuff. Here's the professions tab. You actually have to keep track of who works where, and you have to actually tell them when you're going to, where they're going to be working. And that sort of thing. It's very important to keep an eye on because it kind of helps determine exactly what's going to be going on throughout your entire town. But let's get started right away. We need to make some fields for crops. So we'll put one, let's put one somewhere where they're going to have to clear some stuff out of the way first. We'll make it 10 by 10. There's one, and we'll make another one next to it, and then we need to assign some people to build. Very important. Then we're going to have people clear away everything that's over here. Clear up some space for us to start building stuff and to collect some resources. Because right now we just have 120 logs, 60 stone, 40 iron, we have 200 firewood, and 1,800 food, which is probably all potatoes, yes. We also have some hide coats and iron tools in storage. But these, like, we have 17 people at the moment. We have 10 adults and 7 children, and that stuff will very, very quickly start to just kind of go away as the people set up their town. And yeah, it's gonna be intense to get started. Hopefully we can actually make a good go of this to start with. So this farm, all we have is peppers. Oh, this is okay. The only kind of crop for fields that we have are peppers. Well, that's unfortunate. So I'm gonna put some people to farm to get that going. It's only early spring at the moment, so we still have plenty of time to grow up these fields. But yeah, now that we have the food starting to be grown, the next order of business is going to be creating some houses for everybody to live in. So let's see. Nobody. Interesting. I guess maybe it's because it's early spring. They haven't started working on the fields yet, but that's okay. So everybody, all the people in this game are they actually have little stats that you can check. So this is Resi, who's a female, a tender young age of 15. It's delightful. And this is Tressica. You know, Tressica and Resi are obviously good friends. You can see they're working together quite nicely. Okay, so there's a whole bunch of people who are gathering supplies. Let's start building some homes. So we're gonna we'll put one here. That's kind of backing. Oh no, we'll make some space because actually we're going to need a woodcutter. Woodcutter is important because as the seasons change and stuff, you're gonna need, when it gets to winter, people are going to need firewood to warm their homes. So it's important to have lots of firewood so people can actually warm their homes. So let's see, our farmers, we have Artheridon and Meyer. And Fishermane, and then Earldine. So I'm assuming that Fishermane, he's always dreamed of being a fisherman. And so we'll probably make that happen fairly soon. If only because fate has decreed it to be so. So let's hope they can get those pepper fields up and growing pretty quickly. I'm going to make this woodcutter's hut a priority so that it gets built pretty quick, although I think these people here, yes. So we have Chal the builder and Norbertrude the builder being helped by Rezi the builder. And I think right now they're probably just going to gather these supplies, and then hopefully they'll start actually building this place. They're just gathering resources to start building it. And once these end up being full, so we have all the stone, we just need some more logs. Once we get all the logs, you'll actually see the foundation of the building being built. And then they'll come over and they'll start hacking away at it to try and add to it. It's really important to not to try to overwhelm all of your people with too much to do. Because they can only do, each person can only do one task at a time, obviously. So it's really important to not try to get everybody to do two things at once. So here, you can see the little foundation for the woodcutter's hut has been built along with these flat tree trunks. That's obviously where they're going to chop the wood. And then once this is built, we're going to have to assign somebody to actually be a woodcutter so that we can start adding chopped firewood to our supply. Because right now we have our firewood's over here. We only have 200 firewood. And once we start building homes and people start actually putting stuff into their homes, firewood into their homes, to stockpile it for the winter, that supply is going to start going down. So I guess we can start arranging our first building, first home rather. So one here. Each home can only hold a single family, and so that's parents and kids. And then once they get to the age of, I think, 10, they can move out on their own and start having kids of their own, which, medieval times, that was totally A-okay. So there we go. Now we have a woodcutter's hut, and we're going to assign a woodcutter. So let's see, who is our first woodcutter? That's Orens. Yes, great Orens, who is right now going to pick up some lumber and take it back to his new home in the shop. Oh, this symbol right here means that we've reached the capacity, actually, for our firewood. You can set all the limits of how much you want your people to make and stockpile. So right now we have 200, and we had 200 in our stockpile already. So we don't really need to add any more at the moment, but it will be important for us to start increasing that before the winter comes. Of course, that comes at the price of our lumber, but as does all of our buildings. So hopefully, we can strike a good balance with the surrounding area. We're going to have to build a lot of homes before the first winter to make sure that all of our people are still alive and warm. But I think it should be doable. I think we should be alright. Another important thing that we need to build is a well. So I've been told, anyway. Having a well is really important in case that there is a fire anywhere in your town, because that's how they get water to fight the fire. Which makes sense, I suppose. So let's see. Norbertrude, the young lad at 11 years old, is thrown right into the working world and is starting to try and build some homes for people. It's very important. He's a noble profession, obviously, and he's assisted by Rezi, and who were the other two? It was, oh, this is Orance, our woodcutter, of course. Tanny, the other builder, and then there's a farmer, that's a farmer, those are children. Oh, where's our other builder? Is this it? No, that's Tressica, our laborer. Where's he? Chow. Of course, how could I forget about Chow? It's a very interesting little game. It's kind of funny how some of the narratives play out, and they just kind of emerge on their own. You can watch as the little kids run around and investigate the surroundings, and then even at 1-year-old, completely unsupervised, just kind of wandering around in the forest. No big deal. Yeah, hopefully some of these start getting built really quickly here. I like to move the camera around a lot just to keep an eye on what all of my people are doing. So this is all of our logs and stuff delivered to the houses. Who is this who's working so hard? Norbertrude. Good job. Keep up the good work, Norbertrude. Name. What a name. There's something tells me that wasn't actually a real name in the medieval era, but, you know, who am I to judge? Let's see, are we actually going to start building some of these houses now? Only 2 more stone needed for this place. Oh, okay. Here comes Chow and Norbertrude. And Norbertrude gets to work. Man. Norbertrude seems to be our master builder. Everybody else is kind of slacking off on the job, but Norbertrude gets it done. He knows what needs to be done, and he goes right for it. There's our pepper fields coming. We got 30% yield on this one, and same on that one. We built them at about the same time, so that makes sense. Who's this? This is Tanny, one of our builders, who is still chopping down trees. Damn it, Tanny. Okay, well, Orance, that makes sense. You're picking up resources so that you can start eventually making firewood, so I respect that. But, oh, who's this? Rezi. So yes, Rezi and Norbertrude are the only two. Oh, looks like Tanny finally decided to pick up the slack. So we have Tanny and Rezi working together on this one house over here, and Norbertrude, and it looks like finally Chow is going to come and help. So hopefully we can actually get these built pretty quick. We're already into late spring. There's the 4 seasons, and then each season is broken down into 3 little parts. You have early, middle, and late of that season. But we still have plenty of time before the winter hits. Alright, let them go. Once this one, yep, there you go. So Norbertrude and Rezi have moved into this one. Good for them. Oh, it looks like Norbertrude took over for Orance as the woodcutter. Orance was kind of sick and tired of that job, I suppose. The job that didn't entail any actual work yet. We're gonna set up some more homes. The little thing at the beginning said that we're going to have 5 different families. Looks like Chow and Tanny moved into here together. That's delightful. We have 5 different families, which means that we're going to need 5 different homes to be able to have everybody stay out of the cold. But that's totally doable. We can make that happen, no problem. It looks like our firewood is starting to go down as people start supplying their homes. You can actually check out their inventory here. We don't have any there, but that means that, yep, there's firewood in this home. So Norbertrude and Rezi. Norbertrude, he's on the ball, man. He knows exactly what's what. It looks like finally Chow and Tanny have picked up some of their own. They're also stocking their own homes, their own pantries with food for the winter, so that they don't have to keep going back to the barn to gather food and to eat, which makes sense. And this home's already well on its way. Look at that. I'm impressed. Norbertrude, having retired from the building career, less than a year into his career, has decided that he's going to become a woodcutter. He needs to build up those forearms, I guess, before he can swing another hammer. But did a good job, and he built his own home. So, you know, it all works out. Look at that. That one went up really quick. And this one, Artheridin and Earldine, have 2 children, Lilip and Vassity. Don't pay attention to the fact that Earldine must have been 10 when she gave birth to Lilip, and was at 7 when she gave birth to Vassity. Just, you know, ignore that. You know, it's not a big deal. They've just taken them in, and they're living together, and it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. And this home, oh my! So Fishermine and Meyer have 3 children. Ralphius, Jazlinette, and Lasuri. So they've obviously been together for quite some time. And it's very possible that Ralphius and Lasuri might be twins, because they're the same age, belong to the same parents. It's very exciting. You know, Fishermane, obviously, he's been working in the pepper fields for a long time now, but he obviously still aspires to be a world-class fisherman. So hopefully we can make that happen sooner rather than later. So there's still 4 people who don't have any homes, so we're going to build one more so that we can... Yeah, there you go. So that we can make sure that everybody has a house. And hopefully this last family does actually have 2 adults and 2 children, although it does look like that. But there's Orance and Tressica, yes. Thanks for watching this episode of Banished. There's going to be some more footage of this game coming up in the next couple days. This game is a lot of fun. I'm really enjoying it, and I want to see exactly how far Bondsbriar is actually going to last. So yeah, keep an eye on the channel for more footage of Banished. Let me know if you've been enjoying the series, and we'll see you next time. Bye!